Good morning. How you doing today? Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce here from Creston, British Columbia. It's your Uncle Bruce here. Good morning to all of you. Today's date, June the 29th, 2021. June 29th. We're almost at the end of June. Unbelievable. Christmas is in 6 months. Less than 6 months. Oh, no. Oh, have you started your shopping yet? Oh, my God. No. I know people like this. I'm not one of them. Welcome welcome all to the channel where we talk about the stock market in plain English. It's just that simple. I just try to explain to you what the heck is going on in the marketplace out there and keep it really easy without complicating it too much, if that's possible, because it is a complicated world in which we live. But we've got all kinds of stuff going on here, lots happening, and we'll try to cover as much as we can, as best we can for you, so that we stay on top of what you need to know. Total newbie here. Uncle B saved $200 and hope classes within my reach. Should I make first buy now or save more? Oh yes, please read room for newbies. The classes aren't going to be that expensive. They're going to be less than $200. And the classes on the website will be less than that as well, substantially less than that. So certainly would be, it should be affordable, and I think you'll get the value pretty quickly. The classes themselves, the live classes, I'm guessing 2 hours, but they might run 2.5. Only because I'm not going to cut it off and say, okay, that's it, you're out of here. I'm leaving the class. These first classes, you tell me how it's going to go. I've got so many people there, and it's all new for you. It's new for me. We're going to make it comfortable. We're going to make it relaxed, and we're going to. It's enjoyable. I'm sure it'll be enjoyable, informative, and a lot of this, because this is what you're paying for, is to get at me, and so that we can go over Q&As. The edited version will take out all the fluff, and we'll take out all the dead air, and we'll make a concise video. We will now upload to the website. My editor's on standby for that, and then from those, then you can purchase those at your leisure and watch them again and again and again. Don't worry if you miss it the first time. You just rerun it and listen to it the second time. And if you still don't get it, you can always send me a private email, and you can always send me an email here or a message here as a member the next week, and we'll battle through it, and you'll become that much smarter, I think, and hopefully a lot richer. Hypothetical, with an IBM split, will people get the same share quantity split, just splitting the value up? Or do you think a person with 100 IBM ends up with 50 IBM and 50 Nuco? I'm not sure, Carlos. It could be that you keep 100 IBM. Roger, thanks, buddy. You get 100 IBM still, but now you have 50 of the other one, or you have 100 of the other one. And the street will value IBM at, say, instead of 145, they value it at 110. And then they value the other one at 40, and combined you've got 150, something like that. That could be it. I don't know. I don't think they're going to want to reduce the number of shares people have in IBM. But again, I don't know how the structure is going to be done. I don't know if this is a special dividend, if this is I really don't know. I'm guessing it's some kind of a split of some kind. But in the end of the day, you're going to have so many shares of IBM and so many shares of this. Combine the two, there's the value you had just a moment ago. Now the two will do what they do. One goes higher, the other goes slower. And I'm sure both will pay a dividend, which puts both of them right into all mutual funds, puts them all into ETFs. Both will likely be members of the S&P 500 instantaneously, and all the other high-tech indices and all that stuff. So I'm sure there is some real serious logistical stuff being done behind the scenes while we're having a party out here, waiting for them to announce the deal. So I'll let you know when I know more. Okay. Does it still make sense to sell covered calls for GameStop at this level? Nothing wrong with selling covered calls on GameStop. Nothing wrong at all. Looking at writing covered calls for next week, Friday. Might not be a bad idea. The 250 range might not be a bad idea. Remember, next week there's only 4 trading days. So you write a call today for next week, Friday. You've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, plus the remainder of today, and 4 days next week. That's 7 days. That's only 7 days of trading. and they're worthless. So yeah, take in some money if you can. But it's up to you. Would it be considered a stock split, this thing you're talking about, IBM? There are people calling it that, but they could be wrong. It could be a sophisticated dividend situation, but I don't think it'll be. I'm trying to think about it as a way that when it gets done, it'll be a tax-free deal to you. You're not going to suffer a capital gain tax the minute the split is done. So I'm thinking it's just a corporate reorganization. Oscar, thank you. It might be just a split where you have now 100 IBM, new IBM, trading at 90, and you've got 100 Newco trading at 50, and there's 140 bucks, or trading at 60, there's 150 bucks. It could be 120 to 30. You know, I don't know what the splits and what the stock values will be. I have no idea. All this is to be determined. When I know, you'll know, and we'll be on it. We'll eventually figure it out. When you talk about putting stock away, how long do you think? 2, 3 years, 10 years? I'm 24, so I'm not in a rush anyway. I'm not talking about putting away for that long a time. I'm saying if you buy ATIP right now at 908 and you just put it aside and don't talk to me about it every 5 minutes anymore, and don't worry about it every 5 minutes anymore. Just kind of go over here and spend your time concentrating on what's happening on the movers. Maybe in a week, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, in 6 weeks, it becomes the mover. And now we bring it back to the 4 and we really concentrate on it. That's what I mean by that. I'm not talking about a 2-year, nothing's going to happen for 2 years, 5 years. I'm not thinking that at all. I'm thinking that ATIP could break out at any time. It could. I just don't know what that time is. And right now they're being quiet for obviously a purpose, a reason. There's a reason they're staying quiet. I respect them for that. They've got a new public company and they're doing it the way they're doing it. Okay. So I say to you guys, pick up these quiet stocks and just put them to the side and let's concentrate on everything else. But at least you're in there. You're set. You got your options. You got your stock. You're locked in. Okay, good. Over there it goes. Now we move on and talk about what's happening quickly, what's in front of us that's really moving. And then when it starts moving, we'll bring it out and take a look at it. There you go. Have you heard of the infinity pool theory with GameStop, where enough shares are held by retail to take up the free float and shorts can never cover anything but synthetic shares over and over? That's what's happening on AMC. And that's what can happen on GameStop. That's right. Another 500,000 to 1 million shareholders come into GameStop buying 10 to 100 shares each. Exactly the same thing. Yeah, it can take it 800 and they can never bring it down. Could you briefly explain the bull case for ATIP? Are November calls a buy? Are they out for enough right now? If you can get further out, even better, but I don't know if you can get further out calls. But January's and beyond is a good way to go. I'd be looking at 10s, 1250s, that type of pricing. If you can afford 750s, fine. ATIP, I think ATIP will be very aggressive and very active in the acquisition market. I think they're going to be buyers of a whole bunch of small regional mom and pop physiotherapy centers, perhaps. They might buy, they'll move into a certain state and they'll buy all the therapist centers under a certain brand there. They go to another state. I think that's the big plan. That's the big picture, that they'll improve their size over the next few years. They might be double or triple or quadruple the size they are now. They could become the largest single operator of physiotherapy centers by far across the world or across the USA. And it could be quite good. So we'll see what happens. Being low on funds currently, do I load more NSH or SVAC Jan 21 calls, Bruce, or ATIP? I want to get the best bang for the $700 I got lying around here. Gores and SoFi are too costly now. Best bang for the buck. No. Yeah, if you can pick up some NSH or SVAC calls or ATIP, yeah, for sure. ATIP now it's 943 up 48 cents. It's popped again. ATIP is quietly popping up. No fanfare. 387,000 shares traded. No announcement. It's just going up. It's up 48 cents now. 1935 on SoFi, up 9 cents. 1939, 1943 on SoFi, going up, 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 up. AMC 57.85, Gorse 14.58, and ME down a quarter at 11.67. SoFi 1938 on SoFi, getting higher, going higher. 1939. I want to take you high, yeah. Hey, yeah. Thank you everybody for that. If you'd like to talk to me about a 1 hour session, you want to get together with me, send me an email through my email address, which is right here. It's the old school hotmail.com email address. Send me an email. Say, Bruce, I'd like to talk to you on a one-on-one session. When can you book me in? I'd like to make a reservation and lock it in right away.